How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to talk about how we don't have marketing today when it comes to Honkai Star Rail. And I think this is a very interesting topic right now, specifically because they kind of broke the rule of how they've been doing 5 stars in Star Rail for the most part. And it's because for the most part, since 1.0, we've always had a brand new 5-star every single time we've went into a new patch. I don't think there's been one where we've had not a brand new 5-star for the second half of the patch. So this is very interesting, not only because there's a bunch of different things we can speculate. Of course, maybe they're trying to wait for Jane for Zenlin so they can have some turn with the revenue, or maybe because Genshin has Natlin that they want people to spend on Mulani. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but realistically, what is going to come of having 2.6 be a one new 5-star patch with, I'm assuming, no 4-star because they didn't drip market anything yesterday, and no 5-star? So what are they thinking of doing? Which it honestly is come to a point where we have a lot of different characters in the game right now, especially looking at our 5-star roster. We have a crap, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 16, I'm hoping 24. I can't math anymore. Yeah, I'm not mathing the rest, but there's a lot of characters in the game that are able to be rerun. We have up until, what is it, Black Swan. Did Black Swan rerun already? I completely forget everything that's happening right now in terms of reruns. But right now we're looking at characters like Black Swan. We're looking at characters like Robin, Jade, Firefly, Boo, Aventurine. There's a lot of crazy characters, and also, of course, older characters that haven't came back as well that need to have their turn as well. So right now we are looking at a moment in time where there's a lot of characters that need to be rerun, and there's a lot of characters that people are more likely to pull on as well, especially with the current meta happening right now, and especially looking at the break meta as a whole, looking at how they're basically almost complete for the archetype itself. With Firefly, Boo, they're your DPSs. We have Ruame, who's always been the break effect support that came a little too early, and then now we're getting most likely Ling Sha, who is going to be abundance style break effect to be able to replace Gallagher's direct spot with being a fire abundance character. And then we have one more character that needs a replacement, which is HMC. Now HMC is technically a 5-star, but we still want the more premium version of this, a more premium character that's going to allow characters to super break or give them some advanced force, some break effect boost, something like that, to be able to give a more premium feel to the team. And once we have that, we're basically done for the most part for the break archetype. And not only that, remembering that in 2.6 we are heading closer to where we went into Penacony, so our new nation is eventually going to come very soon. There's a lot of stuff in regards to brand new regions. There's a lot of stuff in regards to a lot of characters that need to rerun. The break archetype is pretty much almost done, unless they want to throw in some fun characters like possibly Rappa, who's coming in 2.6, who might be a break style erudition character, which would be kind of interesting if that was the case. But there's a lot of different avenues they can go down for Honkai Star Rail. But realistically, of course, looking at what are we most likely expecting, that we are not getting a 2.6 second half banner patch for the new 5-star. What is it going to mean? Well, that means characters like Fei Xiao, characters like Ling Sha have a little bit more of importance, and same with Rappa. These are characters that can definitely be saved for looking at how we don't have a new 5-star for the second half patch. And this is also assuming that you're not pulling anyway as many times, and with all the characters coming out, having one less to think about is a pretty good thing for us, and it's a pretty good thing for those who want to save for a character that specifies specifically for you, for someone that you like. So that's a really cool thing for what we're looking at right now. And also talking about what are they planning, because usually, like I said, they don't do this. They give us 2 5-stars and 1 4-star most of the time. And what could they be doing that we don't get another 5-star? Either they're doing double rerun or triple rerun, my bad. They're doing a new character with the rerun, and then double rerun on the second half, which would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of characters that still need to be reran. Something like Dr. Ratio hasn't been ran in a while. Black Swan hasn't been reran in a while. We still have characters like Aventurine. We have characters like Robin. A lot of these crazier characters in the game that haven't had their chance to rerun. So we do have quite a list, and it will only get bigger as time goes by. And then not only that, there could be a possible new chance, and this is something that I'm thinking of because I think Genshin did this at one point, and I know Honkai Impact has definitely done this at one point, where they make a banner for a bunch of reruns all at the same time. And this is something coming from Genshin. They had that one Mondstadt banner where you were able to pick, I think, which 5-star you wanted to go for in Mondstadt that came out during that time. And when you got your guarantee, either you lost your 50-50 or you got the character you selected. And that'd be a really cool thing for Star Rail specifically if we were to get a banner like that. Same thing goes for Honkai Impact. Whenever there's not a new character or 2 new characters or whatever it happens in the summon process, they give us a banner, usually around the anniversary or during a big patch, where we can pick any rerun we want and we can summon on them and their weapon, and that's pretty much it. It'd be a really cool thing to see that in Star Rail, where maybe they go through, let's say, maybe a Bellabog rerun patch, so that we're gonna get something like Sele, Bronya, Japar, Silverwolf, Kafka, like all these characters that came out at the beginning of the game, and they're all lumped into one banner. So either you win your 50-50 or you get a character that's going to allow you to get the rerun that you want. So you're going to be, let's say, selecting Silverwolf. Let's say you lose your 50-50, you get Bronya, and then you're guaranteed Silverwolf the next go. Pretty cool process in my opinion. Same thing goes for the weapon banner. When you pick that character, it's going to also select their weapon, and you can summon for that if you want as well, which would be a pretty cool thing for a lot of different people, especially when looking at reruns. We all look at certain characters' weapons and we're like substitutes versus their signatures, and now that time has gone by. Maybe with Robin coming out, maybe you got Robin and you didn't notice how good Robin was, and now you want to go for a signature. Well, maybe if they give us some type of rerun system like that, you're able to pick up something in regards to her signature or any other character's icons for the most part. I just know with how Star Rail is playing the game, there's most likely either going to be something new coming out. There's either going to be a huge list of reruns that are going to be absolutely game breaking, that are requiring them to think maybe we shouldn't do another 5-star. We could just throw in, let's say, someone like Black Swan, Aventurine, and we'll call it a day. Or maybe something like Robin and Aventurine, then let's call it a day. And those are the 5 stars for that patch. I wouldn't be too surprised. We also got to look at what we're getting for Fei Xiao, and also looking at Linksha. They also need to do their rerun. So there's going to be quite a bit of list of crazy characters that if they don't rerun them next patch with Fei Xiao and Linksha, then we're probably going to see them all together in the patch with Rappa, which is going to make it absolutely absurd and make it to the point where, yeah, that patch is definitely going to be very hard to understand which characters you want to get specifically. Now, there are some hard hitters that could be in that realm of I need to pull them, like Aventurine with how god tier he is, Robin with her rise and how strong she is as well. Same thing goes for any really quick reruns if they wanted to do so, like Firefly Boo Hill. There's a lot of really crazy stuff that is in Star Rail's meta, and we're only getting started with possibly new mechanics, possibly something crazier with a new region coming in, I guess you could say very soon, because I don't know how long they're intending on keeping 2.0 series of patches. I know we stopped, if I'm not wrong, at 1.6 with Ruame and Dr. Ratio. So now that Rappa is going to be the 2.6 character, will this be the last character that we get for the 2.6 series of patches? And are we going to move on to 3.0? Are we going to get a new region? Are we going to get a new world? Anything like that? Are we going to get a new main story quest that's really big, that's going to make us go somewhere different? There's just a lot of things that could happen right now in Star Rail, and this just basically is our turning point in regards to, they've been doing a lot of crazy stuff. They've introduced a lot of new different mechanics and also archetypes of teams that is very exciting for the most part. I am very happy to see where Star Rail is going with all of these different characters that they've ended up making, with all of them feeling unique, all of them feeling on their own standing, and also a bunch of new different teams to play with, and also the variety of characters we've gotten. I'm pretty sure as time goes by, as we are heading into 2.6 eventually with Rappa, we're probably going to see a bunch of new mechanics, a bunch of new characters, and a bunch of really cool stuff coming from Star Rail. So overall, I think in this video, I just wanted to talk about how they're probably doing something crazy for 2.6 for us to not have a 5-star character. Of course, I could be wrong. They could just go throw generic rerun number 1, 2, 3, put Rappa, call it a day. We'll wait until we hit the 3.0, and boom, there's all the crazy characters, all the new mechanics, which could definitely be the case. I just wanted to talk about this because it's the first time I've ever done it, and I think that's a pretty cool thing to see something change or something be different than what we're used to. I was definitely waiting yesterday to see if they were going to release a 5-star character, and of course today was supposed to be a 4-star character, but it looks like for the most part, if they don't announce maybe the 4-star character today, it's just going to be Rappa, and that's going to be very, very interesting. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this video when it comes to talking about no drip marketing. I know I made a video about no drip marketing. That's crazy. But thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.